Two old people on a couch here. I'd like to welcome you and thank you for viewing the video. It is the weekly wrap-up, and we are ready to get started, and we are glad that the week is wrapping up.
All right. Going to do a little Ask the Alexa softball question again.
Okay.
It had it right last Friday, so let's see.
Okay.
Alexa softball, what day is it today?
It's T-shirt Tuesday on Friday.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Good job. And not an attitude.
No.
Or anything. So, that's good. And Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show should have a softball. And I'm going to ask the softball some questions on our subscribers and other YouTube channels. And that'll come out Saturday. Okay. I promise I'm going to get off my butt on Saturday. And the bad thing is, I also have to have you to do the show. So, you have to be willing to do it too. So, that's that.
Yeah, blaming it on me.
It's always her fault.
Yeah.
Always her fault. But it's T-shirt Tuesday. I have on Carhartt, who sponsors our show.
No, they don't.
No. But I do want to mention the Oklahoma meetup. This was the meetup in 2020 in Pryor, Oklahoma. It's going to be at the exciting Southeast Baptist Church in Pryor, Oklahoma, again, May 22nd. So everybody get ready for that. We're giving out free merch, me and you.
Yes.
And a lot of people are giving out free merch. It's going to be Merch Central on this one. Everybody learned last year.
From the last one.
So anybody's allowed to go there. So May 22nd, starting at 9 a.m., it's thrown by Jason Crocker of The Crockers, Alex and... Come on now. Alex and... Jacob. All these J's throw me off. Jacob from Sawyer Ridge Farm. And also Matt Payne of the Payne family.
Yes. So
they're all hosting it, but any YouTubers allowed to show up or subscribers allowed to show up, just show up. And that's it. Okay.
And I have on Greenhorn 1 Acre. T-shirt.
Yep.
And I can't do this.
Oh yeah, it looks really good actually.
Okay.
It pops. It pops today.
All right.
And I've got myself in a pickle though for the meetup. Yeah. Because I was talking about my yickety, and I was clogging with wood shoes. And you remember I was yickety, and the wood shoes rubbed so fast on the wood floor because I'm so good.
Yes.
And so fast that it caught my shoes on fire and the floor on fire.
Yes.
Clogging.
Yes.
So, I had to throw them off, get an extinguisher. I saved the studio.
Yes.
It was very sketchy for a little while there. But then, one of Shannon's friends, I won't throw her under the bus. I think I already have. But she said that, Shannon knows how to clog from Jaws. Journey along with Shannon. She can clog. So everybody's like... So I said, Shannon should clog at the meetup. So everybody's like, yeah. But then everybody started saying, well, yeah, Grumpy Grandpa can clog with Shannon at the meetup. And I'm like, wait a second, that wasn't part of the deal. So I've kind of got myself in a pickle. But I picked up the phone and I called Vanilla Ice. Because he said, if you ever have a problem... I'll solve it. So he's working on it right now.
Okay.
So and while he's solving it, the DJ is still revolving it.
Yes.
With the hook. The hook is on.
Yeah.
And it's revolving. And while that's happening, Vanilla Ice is solving the problem.
Oh, good. Good.
So I'll get out of it somehow. Vanilla Ice will see back in our day.
Yes.
Our generation. First there was the World War II generation, right? And they could do anything, They conquered and saved the world. They didn't conquer. They saved the world from being conquered. They were a great generation. See, our generation, our rappers solved problems. Today, rappers don't solve problems. So we got that going on. Do you want to get out the furry friends?
Please.
Or what did you do today?
I went to work.
You and Karen set up a great show.
We did, and it's coming to y'all now.
If you made it past all my my intro,
yammering, yes,
we have a great show.
We do.
It's going to be funny too.
It's going to be funny.
Okay,
it's a funny one.
So let's get out the furry friends.
Furry friends, let's all get to those furry friends.
All right.
What a beautiful cat.
This is Rimshot.
Okay.
Patricia's almost 3-year-old Siamese and snowshoe mixed cat, and that is a beautiful cat.
You should
let me tell you that.
You should have downloaded one picture too. But speaking of the meetup, Patricia, and what's her site? Too
Crazy
in
Alabama.
Yeah, you do. I didn't pay attention. She has she doesn't post too much here lately, so start posting again, Patricia. But she brought a map with pins of all the people that came to the last meetup, and people came from clear out in California, I believe, Arizona,
all over.
Greenhorn, 1 acre, and down in Florida, but all over. It was big, and this one's going to be even bigger because it's been more announced and more.
Are you going to read what's on my?
I am going to read about
Rimshot.
Okay, press the home button. All right, okay. Here we go. This is Rimshot, my almost 3-year-old Siamese snowshoe mixed cat. This, then, little kitten showed up on my back porch the morning after 4th of July in 2018. He had burns to all 4 feet, and also his chest hair and whiskers were singed. Oh, that's terrible. The vet and I figured he had either jumped or been dropped into a fire pit that still had live coals under the ashes. Oh, poor kitty cat. Rimshot is a sweetheart, very laid back. Cats have all different personalities. This one's a laid back cat. After all, he got off to a rocky start wherever he came from. Oh, he is named Rimshot, the Jack Russell Terrier in the Ernst Scared Stupid movie with Jim Varney. Just the week before, after watching that movie 3 times in one day, my then 5-year-old grandson Preston told me that he wanted a pet named Rimshot. So when this kitten showed up at my house a few days later, Rimshot he was.
And this is a real good picture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and your cat is pretty chill. The one that you rescued, right?
Yeah.
It just lays around and
that's a good one, too.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty kitty cat.
Pretty kitty cat.
But they know. I think whenever cats are almost down and out and their last thing, and then some human comes along, they remember it. So
yes, they do.
That was pretty nice of you,
beautiful
Patricia. And a very pretty cat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beautiful kitten. All right. So, are we ready to get out to... Okay, first of all, we have a new song. Maybe it's not a new song, but we have a song for you guys. And it's a song to Dr. Fauci.
Dr. Fauci. Yep.
So it's the Dr. Fauci song. So are you guys ready for it? Because it's going to be epic. Let's go.
Dr. Fauci, give us vaccines. Help all the people who have been quarantined. We'll wear our masks and we'll have to stay distant. We'll wash our hands and we'll be more resistant. Fauci, yes? Promise us, please. We'll have a cure that can fight off this disease. Restrictions will lift with some ease. Dr. Fauci, don't forget me.
I already made sure that the audio wasn't too loud.
No,
so I'm just telling you.
It's okay. But that was
that a good song?
That was song ridiculous.
Was nuts balls.
That was nuts balls, and as my other guy would say, all right. But
Karen found that for us.
Oh my
Karen
God.
loves that
Karen
song.
dances to it every time.
Yes.
But I like to start my own song. I'll tell you in just a second. But I'm sure there's some of my relatives are probably all giddy about this song and happy and everything like that. And And my song would be more like, Dr. Fauci, screw the mask. I don't want to wear the dang thing. I would rather breathe. See how that rhymes?
Yeah, that rhymes all the way.
I was gonna, if we had time, I was gonna make signs too.
Yeah.
And just, with like maybe a certain finger,
Yeah.
saying what I think about the mask.
Okay.
And they even did a study that with the mask on, right? And if you put the CO2, or oxygen level detector, right? And you put it beside your mouth without it, and then you put it underneath the mask, it's like 19 is safe, oxygen levels, right? But you're only getting 17. So what's the organization for workers to be safe?
I don't know.
OSHA or something like that, right? They came out, and we are working under conditions that are unsafe according to the government. If you were working in a building and the oxygen levels got so low, it's unsatisfactory. You would be in trouble.
Okay.
So everybody's making all the people, even though only certain peoples are affected, everybody that has to wear a mask all day long is being affected by the mask. It's not healthy. It's over. In this town, it's and in Oklahoma City is starting next week. I think starting Monday. After tomorrow. Starting tomorrow, Oklahoma City, you don't have to wear the mask. They said it's
up to businesses.
It's up to businesses.
It's not mandated.
But whenever the government is telling you, I'm sure the business. You think there's going to be a bar that's like, no, don't come in here without a mask. They're going to be like, woohoo, get off, let's go party and have a good time again. So
okay.
Things are getting back to normal.
Yeah.
And that Fauci song is ridiculous.
Okay.
It's nuts balls.
Yeah. Okay. So Biden had his first state to the union or address to the union or whatever it was, right? So we have it summed up for you guys in 1 minute time. A 1 hour speech in 1 minute time. So are you ready for it?
Yeah.
You ready for it?
Yep.
Okay. Here we go.
We have to do more than just build back better. We have to build back better. Open wide the doors of opportunity. Scientific breakthroughs took us to the moon. Now we're on Mars. Discovering vaccines gave us the internet. For me, when I think climate change, I think job. Secretary Blinken can tell you, I spent a lot of time with President Xi. Traveled over 17,000 miles with him. Spent, they tell me, over 24 hours in private discussions with him. When he called to congratulate him, we had a 2-hour discussion. That we're not going to seek escalation. We also have to get at the root problem of why people are fleeing, particularly to our southern border. When I was president, when I was vice president, most people. Well, it's time to remember that we, the people, are the government. You and I.
So the last one is the scariest one.
Yeah.
We the people
are the
government. And we decide what happens to the rest of you little peons out there.
Yeah.
And the one with the Mars. Oh, the Mars was hilarious.
We're on Mars making vaccines that discovered the internet.
And we took it for the team. We watched that thing too.
Yeah,
Whenever he said that, he said, did he say he's making discovering vaccines on Mars? I think he did. But the media, it would just flambaste him if it was Trump that was doing all those slips and gaffes and everything. They would say he can't, he's not fit, something's wrong and all that stuff. Well, we're not going to get into that. I mean, I'm not going to judge a guy by how he talks.
No.
I just judge a guy by his actions. And so far, a lot of his actions. And did you see whenever he was even messing up back there, Kamala was like, ooh, keep messing up because I'm going to be president here.
Yeah. Well, the rest of his speech was pretty much what you would expect. It pretty much pushed what they've been pushing. So just so you know.
Something, the speech before that one was like, there's a thing that you can attach to a pistol.
Yeah.
It doesn't make it fire. It just turns it into like a rifle, right?
Mhm.
Which, makes it maybe a little bit more accurate, right?
Mhm.
And if it was more accurate, that means it's more deadly. So, whatever. Okay, so all the gun manufacturers out there make,
Guns less accurate.
less
That will
accurate.
help. Mhm.
So, like,
Yeah.
out of 5 shots, maybe one, and
Yes.
then that's what he wants.
Yes.
He wants less accurate
Guns.
weapons.
Mhm.
And it's just ridiculous. I laugh every time they start trying to mess with the Second Amendment, which we know they will.
Mhm.
And then they're raising the crap out of taxes, and then the green cars thing, the climate, and they want electric cars. Yet the electric cars have lithium, and it takes so much CO2. And then there's, you can't recycle lithium batteries. Most of it has to go into the trash, and it just...
There's a lot of things that I could get into that's
It
political, but I'm not going to get into.
And America right now runs on 70% fossil fuel for their electricity.
Yes.
So the fossil fuels will be providing the electricity for the cars. It just... But, the young people, boy, they hear, green and save the earth. And the young people, they don't do their own research, and they just fall in love with this stuff. And, they, they get all giddy. So... Well, it's not looking too good for humanity out there here.
No,
lately.
it's not.
But go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to get to some news, and we're going to go fast, okay?
Oh, you know me.
Fast.
I'm always fast.
Always fast. Okay. U.S. household income surged by a record 21.1% in March. That's because when you shut down the economy completely and open it back up, it's going to surge.
Yeah, well, he said that. He's like, he's created more job. Well,
yeah, when you close down the economy.
They're not back to the job where Trump had us, right?
Right.
So, yeah, they took all the jobs away, and then they open back up. It comes back up here, but they're still not up to where we left off. So, good job, people. Another thing, do your own research. Every politician does it on both sides.
Fast on the news. Okay.
Right. Quit wasting our time and get to the next slide.
All right. Extreme weather leaves city looking like winter wonderland on an 80-degree day. It was a hailstorm in China.
Okay.
And howling winds to hit the mid-Atlantic northeastern behind this vigorous cold front Friday.
Okay.
So, anyway, lots of wind.
All right.
Most U.S. companies will require proof of COVID vaccination from employees, survey finds.
That's bull.
This is
bull.
Misleading, though. Because
That should be illegal. The government wants to protect me from getting this.
Okay, well, this headline is misleading because then it goes on to say that 44% will require them, 31% will encourage them.
But that's...
Right? So that's not the majority.
That's not, they all want equal and fairness for hiring and everything. Well, that is not fair.
Well, I'm just saying.
You've got to inject something in your body to work for us.
Yes.
And boy, he pushed that the other night, too.
He did push the
vaccination.
He said,
he's like, get
vaccinated now.
And that makes me not want to do it at all.
Yes. Okay. So, Governor Stitt signs legislation.
Stitt.
But
he might have a stint. We don't know.
Stop. Requiring students to pass citizenship tests.
I like it. That's good. That's how it was in the old day. You used to have to pass, a test for, a certain amount of so long after you've been in the United States. You had to take a test to become a citizen. And it's. I'm sure they'll make that racist somehow, too.
Well, but far too many young people don't know anything about what made this country.
I would like to see some of the kids take the test that were born in America.
I know. What? No, that's what he's saying.
All students. Okay, well, good.
Are going to be required to pass this test. So yes,
maybe we should learn a little bit of history. They stopped that.
Yes,
they stopped teaching about
history,
civil wars and revolutionary wars and World War II, and those are vitally important things that happened in our country.
Yes.
To remain free or to get free and then remain free.
Yes.
And then, the Civil War was, to, be more
Yes.
fair. And
Yes.
the Constitution says everybody should be equal.
Uh-huh.
And we fought for that.
Yes.
So,
All right.
there you go.
Okay. Religious festival stampede in Israel kills 45 and dozens were hurt. So, anyway, just so you know what's going on in Israel.
Yeah, here, listen, whenever you're doing a religious event,
Mhm.
there's no reason to get
Stampede.
overzealous and
Mm-mm.
stampede and get that into the moment, It's maybe
Yeah.
like, I guess I have trouble. I'm one of the ones that believe in everything. I just, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Who knows what happened, but
Yeah, nobody knows. Okay.
it's not worth stampeding over.
So many Republican voters agree with Biden's trickle-down economics has felt. But being a socialist state and giving everybody welfare and thinking that's going to work its way up, no, it's not going to work either because your rich people are going to leave this country and never come back.
They're going to take the jobs overseas.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that. So,
Yes.
it's not the poor person that's getting, money
Yes.
that's going to start
Yes.
a business.
Right.
So,
Yes. Okay, U.S. recovery from pandemic recession is showing momentum. Well, yes, when you shut down the whole economy and then you open it back up, you're going
There's
to
gonna
have
be
momentum.
momentum.
Yes.
But I'm telling you what, right now, I'm trying to, reinvent myself after my first,
Yes.
30-year career and everything
Mhm.
like that. And, I'm thinking, well, maybe I should open up a restaurant. That would be the stupidest thing because the government next week could say, nope, you're shut
you
down.
got to close it down.
So there's no way
Yes.
I'm starting my own business, probably any business.
Yes.
You have to think smart now.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah.
it's taking me away from saying, I want to be a go-getter. I want to really go out
Yes.
there and conquer the world like I did whenever I was 30.
Yes.
I was going places.
I know, you were.
But nowadays I'm like, man, why really go crazy when they can take it away from you?
Yes. So, then we have damages from hailstorms in Texas and Oklahoma estimated to total $3.5 billion. There was a bad hailstorm in Norman and Fort Worth and San Antonio.
That's a ridiculous picture. You know why?
Why?
Because the things that were hitting down in Norman, Oklahoma were baseball, softball size. Yeah, which, here. Where's our Alexa softball?
I don't know.
I'm not going to ask her about it.
Okay,
Because
but
we're having a
yes.
good show so far. But
Okay.
that's more like,
That's softball.
4 to 5 inches right there, baby.
Yeah.
That's what. Those were what's coming down in Norman. And my a couple of my friends posted on Facebook, and they're like, "What the heck just went through here? Windows are busted, car windows." So we feel for the people that got hit. And
Absolutely.
we've been there.
Oh yeah. When we had softball size hail, it came through the roof.
No, we didn't have. Literally, somebody had it in their hand, and it was the El Reno tornado went down south.
Yes.
And we got hit. I'll get a picture for our next show. But the guy, guy's holding one in his hand, right? And it's football size. It was
big hell.
It was humongous, and it went right through our garage.
Roof.
Yeah. So the hill can get pretty big.
It can.
Hell yes.
Okay. China's new space station is officially in orbit. So China is racing for the space.
That wasn't even big news, was it?
Well,
have you heard
I don't
anything
know.
about it?
They're getting the space station up there. It's going to take them like 2 years to get the whole
whole
station
thing
up
up
there.
there?
So the first part has
was
gone up there. Yes.
And it looks like they ripped off SpaceX. They've got a ship design that's looking a lot that they're playing around with. That's exactly like SpaceX.
Probably so.
And they do that. All their planes look like our planes.
Yes.
And the Russians have done it over the years too. And
Okay.
they copy.
Okay. Jeff Bezos is selling tickets to board a rocket ship into space. I'm not going.
Listen,
Not going
we
to space.
discussed this last time too.
Yes.
It's very dangerous. For one thing, it's a big, huge explosion in a little cup down here that explodes out this way that gets you up there. Then once you're up there, okay, you're gonna be, do your thing that I told you to do last time. We're weightless, right? We're like, okay, well, this was fun. About 3 minutes go by, and we're like, okay.
Can we go back to Earth
Let's
now?
get a drink now.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, we don't serve drinks up here, man.
Yeah.
I have to get all over the place.
Yeah.
It's like, well, take us back down so we can get a little cocktail or something
Nope.
down
Can't go
on
back
Earth.
down.
Let's go back to Earth, man.
Nope.
This is boring.
Can't go back down.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Okay. All right. the math isn't adding up on forest and CO2 reduction. So in California, they're trying to get companies, like if they use too much CO2, then they can build a forest to replace it. And what they're saying the forest will create isn't adding up to what the CO2 that they're using.
Right.
So just
Can
you know.
Can I get back to the electric cars too?
Sure.
So Tesla, makes an electric car, right?
Mm-hmm.
They don't make any money hardly at all on the electric car anyways.
Mm-hmm.
What they do is they sell carbon footprint back to other companies, and the other companies pay them for their, since they don't use that much carbon footprint, they buy their car millions and millions of dollars. And the Tesla, it's not a little tiny car that's really efficient. It's a big sports car that goes super fast and everything. And it's twice the size of a little car that should be.
Yes.
Would that be the first car electric if they want to push it? Wouldn't it be like a little tiny,
car, not a big luxury car,
tiny hatchback?
Yeah.
With smaller batteries and smaller everythings that the common person could afford.
Yes.
But they don't do that. That's why it's all bull. It's all a sham. It's all just theater. Just like the mask is theater. So is this whole Green New Deal thing.
So what I'm saying is that the CO2 and the buying CO2 emissions or whatever is...
It's nuts balls. And like I say, do your own research. Look out your own window. The weather's the same as it was whenever you were a kid. I guarantee it. It's all the same. But that's my research.
So the Pacific Northwest faces CV surge as other states reopen. That's just the news, guys. Just letting you know. It's still around.
Sure.
So just letting you know.
Sure.
Okay, U.S. reportedly investigating a potential energy attack near the White House. So this guy got, I don't know, ill effects, and they're investigating that
I think
or whatever.
It's one of the things that happen in a different country.
Yes.
At one of our embassies, they take an microwave, probably, and they beam it at something, and it heats up your body, and it causes symptoms and stuff like that. They say that somebody
happened on the White House grounds. So, anyway. Okay, Biden to propose a big change to capital gains taxes. This is how, anyway, no, that's not the important part. But anyway, so he wants to raise the capital gains from 28 to 39, or 20 to 39.
Everybody's running to different countries. All the business, lickety split, boy. They're all, and that's what they want. Yeah. They don't want industry here, because if we have industry here, we're,
Yeah. Okay, and
150
million mosquitoes released begins in Florida, and they've released these engineered mosquitoes, bioengineered mosquitoes, and it's so that they won't produce the females who do the biting, and it'll only produce male mosquitoes. So this is a slippery slope.
Yeah, it could go good.
Yeah,
but if it goes bad, then it goes bad. I don't know.
Yes. And what do you branch out to, though?
Yeah, I don't know.
Other things.
I'm not saying it's bad, and I'm not saying it's good. I just know whenever you start screwing
with nature,
they want. They say that we got to start messing with the climate. Maybe we should stop messing with Mother Nature, and those little rascals are pesky and they suck. But maybe, if we kill them, maybe that's one thing. But changing their DNA or their biomechanics,
it's a slippery slope.
I haven't done my research on it, so I don't know if it's good or bad.
So that's all we have for today, because we need to go check on our grandson right now.
Funny maps or anything again?
I don't. I had 10 places you should live at the beach, but we need to go check on our grandson.
Well, there's only one place to live at the beach, and that's at the beach.
Well, I'm just saying that we need to check on our grandson.
Everybody was asking me at work what you did to me today.
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do anything.
She socked me one good.
Yeah. So, but we need to get out of this.
But the news was kind of funny.
Yes.
The news is always funny.
It is.
You can always laugh at that. I mean, that's all we can do now is just laugh at the situation that we're in.
But on Monday, we'll show you the 10 top beaches in America to live. So We'll do that on Monday because
And-
we got to get out of this.
And softball is going to speak.
Yes, on Saturday.
We're going to ask a lot of tough questions to the softball this time on
and get
Saturday.
some answers. So,
On Grumpy Grandpa Patriot Show. It'll be
over
listed
the weekend.
down
Yes.
below.
Okay.
All right.
So until next time, remember, do your own research and be prepared.